What's up, guys? So here's a quick recap for the December 4th live stream. As you can see here on the screen, they go over all of the Winter Festival events. So there's quite a bit of them. We touched on that in the last article yesterday. Pretty spot on, but you can see here, this is the top item in that first event, the plushie pet thing. And this is actually a combat pet. It's not a plushie like it says it is. It's actually a combat pet that you can use and has some, functionality. So it is 100 of the first tokens. So he's got a couple abilities. Looks like he has 3 total abilities. They don't really explain them, and it's too small of a tooltip to figure out exactly what it does. But still, it's a free combat pet. And then the other big thing about the live stream was that they talked about the changes to the wisp system a little bit in the beginning. This doesn't have as big of an impact as they made it out to be. They're saying that you can now craft Ephraim status weapons and armors at the magnificent level. So currently, when you craft and use the construction tools to combine and just go up to illustrious status, you're guaranteed to get a magnificent tier item at illustrious status. So you craft the correct upgradable weapon. At magnificent status, you craft a sealed one, which is a random RNG 1 in 4 chance to get. Now they're currently changing it, so instead of getting a random, chance to get that upgradable one, you're guaranteed to get the upgradable one. This is a change that they saw in Korea as well. As we posted a while back, a couple days ago. They actually allow you to craft upgradable Ayanad weapons right away from Delphinite status. So it's crazy. But the downside is that these things to reforge, use the reforge system, it costs a lot of wisp. It costs a lot more wisp than you're typically going to need to actually just craft normally all the way up there. And so it's not really that big of a deal. They kind of blew it out of proportion in the stream here, saying that it's going to be a huge economy crashing thing where you can craft straight up to Ethereum tier status stuff right away. But the cost to craft all the way up to Ethereum tier status is an insane amount of wisps that is just stupid to do. You don't want to craft it that way. If anything, you want to craft, up in the normal way, or craft the guaranteed illustrious, and then go from there with the 1 in 4 chance on the magnificent. The other big thing was they talked about the cash shop items and the decorations. You can see here, this is a slight preview of all the holiday decorations. They got tons of Christmas lights. For those that aren't familiar with the North American version of Christmas, where houses are all decked out in Christmas lights and like blown up things and stuff like that. So they also have lights. There's strings of lights, and every 4 is a string of lights. So you kind of customize it and set up however you want. The fences obviously are segmented as well. Then you also have letters. So you have glowing, flashing letters. So A to Z, and then you have, I believe it was 1 or 0 to 10, 0 to 9. Pretty much all these cool little things that you can have. So you can have custom writing on your houses now. This is all going to be cash shop updated. They did not show us the pricing on these things. They said that they're going to have a lot of bundles and putting a lot of these things in bundles where you just go and buy like a whole bunch of lights set together. So we'll have to see what the prices are. But if Halloween was any indication, these things are going to be quite expensive. The Halloween fence designs were outrageously priced and quite expensive. Although this is pretty freaking cool. Probably one of the best things they've done so far in Archeage. It just depends on how costly it is. If these things are so expensive that no one does it, it kind of takes away from the fact. If it's, cheap and everyone does it year round, that's really, really cool. I mean, I definitely would like to see these kind of things kind of year round, because this is the big selling point in Archeage to a lot of players, is the customization that you have on property and housing. This is what separates Archeage from a lot of the other games, is the player housing. And you can see here, they're building a arrow right now. So she is customizing these sets of lights, and so she made an arrow, because you can make it however you want. So she pointed an arrow upwards, and you don't have to set them on specific patterns or things like that. So you're going to be able to have tons and tons of freedom and be able to customize your decorations like craziness. And there's going to be some insane, really cool decorations out there and great things to spotlight for housing communities. Other than that, that was about the live stream. That was a short, quick recap of it. They will be coming December 9th is when the update hits. It's going to be on the public test server soon. They said they didn't give us an exact date. But yeah, you can see it's mainly a cash shop update here. And then they talked about all of those events that we touched on. The lots of or lots of sun points, moon points, and star points coming out of the event. Some potential lucky sun points. You're also getting some free labor points and stuff like that. And as Christmas arrives, you're going to start getting Lunarites as well. So as you can see, they put up Trion Please up there, if you could make that out. But yeah, great update here for Trion World and XL Games with the cash shop selling all these crazy decorations that a lot of people are going to just, have to have, because it is freaking cool.